Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another fun and exciting episode of Ridertown Radio. Well, hopefully. I always start with things like that, but we never know for sure.
Yeah, no, true.
But yes, so it's me and Noble here in the tower today. Biff is busy with personal stuff, so oh well. That's all I can say.
He's on his final form vision quest.
Yes, so hopefully he'll be joining us next week, but who knows. But in the meantime, we still have stuff to talk about, so let's dive right into that with 3 episodes of Ghost and 2 of Zyuogher. So, woohoo. And yeah, let's just cut right to it. Ghosts!
Yeah, ghosts.
So, Ghost episode 29, we get Houdini possessing Yoko from Ghostbusters. Wait, Go Busters, damn it.
I was like, I'm not sure if you're making the joke because of the all-female cast or if you actually just fucked that up.
That was literally me fucking it up. I was watching an LP of Ghostbusters earlier today, so it was a
I mean,
little...
I'm not gonna lie. Either way, it's funny.
Who are you gonna call? Go Busters! I'm sure so many people made that joke back when that show was airing. Such an
I, I,
underappreciated program.
I mean, when Ghost was like around announced, they did have an image of the Go Busters with Ghost in the Ghostbusters logo thing, and they called it Ghost Busters.
Yeah, puns ahoy. And yeah,
Well,
seeing Yoko possessed by Houdini was hilarious. Although I believe her
which
name was
was really
Yuki.
topical. Which was really, really topical. Because, like, the next 2 days after that was when Houdini and Doyle aired in the US.
Uh, Not entirely sure what you're referring to, but
It's basically taking up Lucifer's spot on Fox. It's like it's kind of like a crime show. Kind of like a Law and Order, well, not really a Law and Ordery kind of thing. It's basically supernatural, but with Harry Houdini and author Arthur Conan Doyle,
hmm, interesting.
but without the supernatural stuff so far, which is really bumming me out.
I swear they'll make buddy shows out of anything these days. It seems like.
Yeah, and every time I watch the show, I'm like, you know, you're really gonna be pissed when you're a motorcycle, or being a motorcycle would really help out right now.
The things that Toku ruins for us.
I kind of want to find the actor and give him the icon.
Here's your future. Hands the icon. It's like, what the hell is wrong with you?
What's this? It's from a show. Oh, okay.
Sign my icon.
Oh no, not even that. I just give him the thing. Let him keep it.
Uh, she's like, and then like at a future con, yeah, someone asks like, "What's the weirdest thing you've gotten from a fan?" Well, this one guy handed me this blue eyeball thing. I have no idea where it's from.
It says Houdini on the top of it with a number 13. I think Houdini's 13.
Yeah, I believe so. And then some other random fan who just happens to know what that is just yells out what it is.
It's not even just a random person. It's just me in the crowd again.
Uh, that would be
Oh,
hysterical.
that'd be great.
But yeah, all the scenes of Houdini possessing Yoko, or actually her name was actually Yuki, but I will continue to refer to her as Yoko because that's how I know her. Those were pretty awesome. Although I don't understand why the sudden bursts of confetti every time she switched into that mode. That was
Because
odd.
he's a entertainer and being loud and flashy was kind of part of his whole shtick.
Ah, that makes
Which
sense.
also, which also technically Houdini Damashi should make you invincible. Well, no, no, because that's how he died. Because someone punched him in the stomach and it murdered him.
Yikes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the plot of the episode is she's seeing her dad's ghost, so insert investigations into the corporation that has been doing all the things with the Ganmas.
Yeah, the whole thing, the ghost thing was perfect too, because it's like, at the beginning of Houdini and Doyle, he's a skeptic that doesn't believe in ghosts. So it was like I'm seeing two sides of the same coin, more or less. Because I know in his history after his mom dies, he quote unquote believes in ghosts and actually does a big seance thing to try to talk to her.
Which I believe they did address in the next episode.
Oh, yeah.
So there's that. And let's see. Next on my notes is Onari's punk mode when they were trying to infiltrate the building. That was just funny as heck. Onari
Yeah.
suddenly turning into a punk.
A monk punk?
Yeah, a monk punk. Which,
Alliteration is fun, kids. Or no, that's not alliteration, that's rhyming.
yeah, that's rhyming. Alliteration is the same letter for every word.
Like drive driver.
Yeah, that. Uh, which I'll say that was a nice callback because I believe if I remember correctly, when Onari was talking to Javert during their little scene a few episodes ago, he mentioned something about his past. So
Yeah.
maybe
Something like
this is a callback to that.
possibly, yeah, because it's like, how does he have this random outfit for no reason?
Who knows?
Granted, this is also a show where a dead guy can take off his shoes and they become shoes.
And also can change clothes.
Yeah.
Uh, let's see. Speaking of clothes, fitting a transition, Alan gets a new outfit.
The Emperor's new clothes.
Now
The Emperor's new. It looks like something I'd throw on the back of a chair if I was an old person.
well, considering he got it from Grandma Fumi, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, that was depressing.
Yeah, because she died this episode.
Yeah.
That was sad. It's like, holy crap, they actually killed one of the human characters.
And, well, the second human character to
Uh,
die.
oh, that's true if you want to count
Technically
Takaru.
third if you count Takaru's dad.
True. Although, he died
No,
in a
no,
flashback.
technically fourth
Oh,
if you
yeah, because you
count
have.
Sayonji because we technically don't know if he's alive or dead.
Well, he got vaporized by the Ganma portal thingy,
Yeah,
so.
he got, like, sucked into it. Yeah.
Sucked into it, vaporized, who knows.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll get answers next episode, because it seems like that's where they're going with it.
Yeah. I also like how that weird thing has one sleeve really shorter than the other one, which is perfect for the Mega U-loader. And how it's
Convenience!
almost Necrom undersuit green.
Oh, yeah, and let's see. Our other notes here. The monster of the week was the Bee Ganma, again, because they're just running with the train of reusing monsters.
Yeah.
Although this time, no obnoxious bee dozer. I can't believe they did that last time. Bee dozer!
I mean, it could have been worse. It could have been worse.
Of course, it could have. Let's see. My next note is Igor got bitch smacked by Akari again, and it was hilarious.
Yeah. You gotta love the simple things in life, like when a human character beats the shit out of a demon god.
Indeedy. And my last note is for the song that was playing when Alan does his henshin for the second time, sounded like an insert theme. It really did. It sounded like an insert theme was starting up, but there was never any lyrics, which still makes me wonder why they haven't done any insert songs for this season. I mean, we're almost near the end, and they haven't done anything.
Aren't most of the insert songs sung by the actors?
It
I know
depends.
I know the Drive ones were. At
One of
least
the
one of
drive,
the Drive ones were.
yeah, one of the drive ones was sung by the three riders. The others were done by bands, and then
I know one of the O's ones was
the
sung by.
O's one. Most of actually all of the O's ones were sung by the actors. Most of them were sung by AG. Time Judge Doll was AG and Onk, and then
Yeah.
Reverse Rebirth was Date and Goto.
My guess is the reason they don't have any insert songs is because all the actors can't sing for shit.
It's not even that though. It's like because there have been seasons where the actors didn't do any of the singing, like Wizard. All of it was done by either Rider Chips or the Rider Girls.
True.
And I think the
True.
same case was with Forza, where they're all done by different groups. None of the actors did any singing. So it's not like that's a strange concept for the show. It's just it's
I
weird
mean,
not
for me
having.
it is, considering I've only seen technically four, air quote, five different Kamen Rider series, and I've never gotten to the insert songs of a few of them.
Yeah, let me think, because yeah, I know Decades were done by the writers. Doubles was done by bands. O's we already did that, covered that, and so on. But yeah, so Kamen Rider is not any stranger to not having the actors doing the singing.
Okay.
So I don't know what's going on with this. Why they haven't done any insert themes. I'm not honestly complaining because it is actually a nice switch up, especially considering how good the music for this season's been.
Mm-hmm.
But it is kind of odd not having any insert themes.
Yeah, my other guess was probably because of the henshinings, and they're like, oof, standby tunes, like the like henshining background noises, kind of quote unquote could be considered kind of sort of like an insert in a way.
Uh, maybe, but
Not literally, but because he's not like a musical writer like Hibiki who literally kills things with music, which is amazing.
uh, I don't know. I mean, again, they've had seasons where belts do some level of singing, but they still have inserts. I mean, O is a perfect example.
True, true.
All of his
That
major
is true.
forms had their own little song jingles, and that they still had inserts for every single one of them.
Granted, the song inserts did have more or less the song that the belt made in it,
That is true, yeah.
except for a few.
Well, I don't know. That's just something I find interesting that there's no insert music for this season. But then again, like I said, the regular background stuff's been really strong for this season, so I can't really complain too much.
Yeah. And I don't pay attention to the background music anyway, so it doesn't matter to me.
Well, it kind of helps with certain things because you got certain songs going in the background. It makes things more epic. I mean,
That is true, considering I've been binge watching people playing Dungeons and Dragons, and they have background music, and it helps so much.
yeah, exactly. And or like whenever you have a case of like, oh, the heroes are down on their luck, and then theme song starts up and badass mode engaged,
Yeah.
and then
Dun 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 dun. Dun. Perfect.
yeah, I mean we had a case of that last time with Zyuogher versus the giant robot. So
True. That's
theme,
true.
the theme song power up, as some places call it. But anyway, moving on to episode 30, we have definite confirmation that yes, Grandma Fumi died.
Yeah.
Which yeah, that was really sad. And we also have a scene of them visiting Mr. Bills. And of course, as we all know, he is so playing them.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm not gonna lie, it's really, really, really jarring seeing white actors speak fluent Japanese.
I know, right? He's really good at the Japanese.
I mean, at least Ramirez, even though I know the person can actually speak real good fluent Japanese, he speaks it badly.
I know, he makes
Kyoryuger
it.
felt good,
Yeah. And I think
and then
even.
yeah, and in the Gaiden, they were in New York, so they were speaking English.
Yeah. I think even in Shinkenger, when they had the Mr. Brown episode, his Japanese didn't sound very natural. But
Eh,
Bill's here sounds actually really natural, so maybe he grew up there or something.
possibly. I mean, Ramirez grew up there, technically.
But yes, I'm interested to see where that plot with that guy goes.
Oh yeah.
And this is also the first episode where we see Takeru's new ability kicking in, where he's getting memory flashes off people he touches.
Yeah, because, that's not. Oh, God, I get it now.
What?
He's seeing people's lives flash before his eyes.
Oh. I'm just curious as to where the heck this is coming from.
Himiko. That's my guess. The fucking fortune teller.
I'm guessing this may be a side effect of that weird blast the Gonmisers gave him back in the Gamma world when he went into Grateful.
Yeah. It's also probably a side effect of the fact that he has like 40 days left.
That may also be true, yeah, because his timer
Or
is
no,
ticking down.
30, no, 38 by the end of next episode, technically. 38.
Yeah, his timer is ticking down.
I mean, that's the worst part, though. It's like, here's your second to final form that uses all the things you need to come back to life. Now, if you try to come back to life, it ain't gonna do shit.
Because of the stupid Gonmiser things.
Yeah.
Which they still need to explain how that works, considering they managed to get a wish off before, but now all of a sudden things have changed.
I have a theory that involves next episode.
And
Yeah.
continuing down my notes, I love the scene where Alan goes to confront the Ganmas, and he's just eating takoyaki while doing it. It reminds me so much of Dante from Devil May Cry 3, where he's fighting off a bunch of dudes and he's just got a piece of pizza hanging out of his mouth.
Or what did Birth did something kind of like that too,
Uh,
where he'd be like, well, he'd be sitting at a place eating, and then the gorilla Kendra would be like, "Yo, there's shit going down, let's go," and then he's like, "Okay."
well, that's just more of him leaving the place where he was eating,
True.
as opposed to
Yeah, but
actually.
it's still like the whole thing of this person was eating something, then went and kicked ass.
No, that's kind of different compared to actually eating while kicking ass, which is what Alan was doing, and that's why I was making the Dante comparison.
True. True.
But yeah,
True.
and just seeing Alan being badass in general was awesome.
You know what I just thought about?
Hmm.
Alan got a change of clothes because he became a good guy.
Yep.
Has Makoto changed his outfit at all, or is he still in that very, very, very awkward leather outfit that has to be very uncomfortable in the warm sun?
He's still wearing the leather outfit.
God, that's gotta suck.
I think the only time I saw him in anything different was maybe during the funeral scene. He might have been in a suit, which
Or when he had the shit kicked out of him and he was in like a bed or something.
yeah, maybe I don't know, but yeah, mostly he's just been running around in that leather costume.
Oh, that poor guy.
I know, right? Like, change your damn clothes already,
Well,
man.
no, it's not even that. It's those are leather skinny jeans, black leather skinny jeans, basically. They're getting those chestnuts are turned into fucking diamonds with all that heat and pressure.
Uh,
But his jacket is still by far really badass.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's up with him not changing outfits ever. I mean, even Takaru changes clothes, and he's a ghost, for crying out loud. He shouldn't be able to do that in the first place.
Maybe that's an ability only specters have. Who knows?
Spectres are stuck in the same outfit forever. Are you talking? Or specters can actually change clothes.
I don't know, man. I mean, it depends. There's so many different continuities of specters. In the comic books, there's only one Spectre, and he's a badass that featured in an episode of Constantine, but wasn't technically in an episode of Constantine.
And just moving down my note list again. Seeing the Houdini bike smacking stuff with chains while in the bike mode was really cool to see. There was a lot of bike foo in that episode now that I think about it, because Takaru was running around on his too.
Crap, what was that? There was a song that had the words chains in it, and I keep forgetting what the fuck it was.
Uh, in what context?
The kinky kind.
I have no idea then.
It's like something chains and whips excite me or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know that tune.
Okay, well, for some reason during that entire time it's just like, God, that's weird. And on the other hand, it's like, man, you really have so much stuff in that bike, dude.
I know, right?
And you never use any of it because that bike is an asshole towards you.
Oh yeah, that's true. That
Maybe you should throw it into a giant, like, glass case filled with water and put a chain around it.
yeah, sure.
Put a tire lock on it.
Yeah, sure. Remind the thing of how it died. That's so gonna
That's
win
not
his
how
favor.
it died.
Oh right.
He didn't die from drowning. He died from getting punched in the stomach because he wasn't like prepared for it or something like that.
Oh right.
Like rupture. I think it's like when he was punched, it like ruptured his appendix or something like that.
Yikes.
It messed up something. It bursted something down there that's useful.
Right. I was thinking of the magician guy from
The
Now
pres-
You See Me.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
I was gonna say talk about the Prestige because that's a good movie to compare.
No, I was thinking of Now You See Me, where the one guy's dad is died like that, trying to do an escape trick from inside of a safe underwater, but it buckled.
Yeah.
But anyway, and final note is Alan finally got over that stupid limitation of his suit.
Yeah,
Somehow.
that was nice. That was nice.
Uh,
Now he has unlimited loading.
yep.
And now I'm just imagining the Mega U Loader as like an unending ice cream machine. The button just dispenses it, and the icon's like the where you put the cone.
Right, and moving on, we have once again seeing that the Ganmeisers are immortal, because that thing just will not die.
I have a feeling that it has to do with either Final Form or Deep Spectre in its rage mode.
Oh yeah, because they were showing off Deep Spectre icon reacting to one of the gates when they were busy blasting them shut.
Yeah, I really feel like the Ganmeiser thing has to do with when Deep Spectre goes hyper Kabuto mode with the giant energy wing things.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting to see what that's all about. Why does he have to have butterfly wings?
Because his original helmet looked like a butterfly.
It's bad enough you gave him ridiculous horns. Why does he need wings?
And his faceplate. Why does it have to be 3 different goddamn colors?
There's so much right about Deep Spectre and so much wrong all at the same time.
There's a lot more wrong than right, my friend.
I know. That's the sad part.
I mean, at least with Kamen Rider Chaser, he only had 2 colors, not 23.
Uh, little bit of purple, a bunch of silver, and just little bit of black for his faceplate.
Bright blue, silver, gray, purple, black, orange,
Just all the
red.
colors.
Technically because of the icon red.
Yeah, just
God.
all the colors.
He's like a melted crayon box, for God's sake. You got a little bit of blue mixed in with the gray, a little bit of purple with the red.
And in this episode, we learned that apparently Adele wants to try and merge the human world with the Ganma world.
Because that's not a plan we've seen in just about every single TV show.
Uh,
Including probably next week.
yes, indeed. So,
But a thing I noticed that involves the whole Ganmeiser bullshit. That one Ganmeiser that turned people young.
oh yeah, that was the monster plot of the week, is turning people into kids.
It's the monster plot of the next week as well.
Yeah, they've started doing that where plots are bleeding into further episodes. It's like they're slowly turning back in Zeal 2-episode arc format. Although this is just kind of running through every episode.
Yeah, but I feel like the reason they keep extending the episodes is because it's like, we gotta keep making them double episodes. Why? We haven't figured out how to give them final form yet.
Yeah, they're running out of time on that. Normally by now they'd have a bit.
But the whole thing I noticed was the specific Ganmeiser that did that had a specific color to him.
Yeah, I think the two that were doing that was like both of them were blue. I think one was like cyan, one was the dark blue from.
One was like a dark blue or like a purple.
Yeah, I think it would, since I believe all the Onmiser pillar slab things, whatever, share colors with the
Or no, you're right. They were
icons.
both blue.
Yeah, because I think
One was Tutankhamun, one was Newton. The Tutankhamun was the kid prince or the kid pharaoh. What did he do? He turned people into kids.
they were both doing it technically.
Well, the one was doing the gravity things. It was the other one that was doing the weird murder, turn everyone into little kids thing.
Yeah, which I kind of have to wonder, what is the point of that?
If all the people are kids, they can't fight back.
I mean, I guess, but at the same time, it's kind of like if you really want to do that, go do it with the center of government or something. Zap all the politicians, turn them into children, world leaders, that kind of thing.
Or they're pulling a very, very meta game here, and that literally is Tutankhamun's evil counterpart. So all those kids are going to get really sick and very slowly start to die in the next episode.
That might be a possibility. Who knows?
Was murdered as a child.
That could be a possibility. We'll see. And of course, this is also where we get some character development for one of the background characters, whose name I'm completely forgetting.
The old guy?
No, not him.
Damn. Oh, Shibuya.
Yeah, him, Shibuya. That's.
I was like, oh, the monk with glasses.
Yeah, the monk with glasses, Shibuya. Because his mom gets turned into a kid and is kicking the shit out of him even as a child.
and we find out that she had a thing for a very, very, very older guy.
Yeah, I know, right?
I mean, like in Japan, that makes sense because their like legal age of like consent is like 12.
Yeah, they have weird laws about that kind of stuff over there. It also could have just been like, one of those kid type crush things that just kind of,
True. I mean, I'm not going to complain, seeing as we have some very weird laws in America as well.
yeah, tell me about it. Uh,
Let's
so,
say in 23 states, it's legal to have sex with a horse.
yeah, we're no better than
Yeah,
they are.
America. Yeah, let's make it great again. Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Uh, this just took a very weird turn, but anyway. So yeah, that was kind of interesting actually seeing him get some development for once. Considering
Yeah,
they've completely ignored the other two monks.
yeah, that's true. They kind of gave the one a little bit of personality when Igor possessed, or when they like possessed him for like one episode. But
Yeah.
that wasn't like legit development. That was just like, hey, this guy was possessed. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, they haven't really given much of a backstory to either of them at this point.
Because they're not the main characters or the main character's best friends. They're just there. They're cannon fodder, really.
Pretty much, yeah, they're the cannon fodder slash comedy characters, kind of.
Because it's like, oh no, we need someone the main character knows that's in trouble. Well, the main character's best friend who's a chick and the main character's best friend who's his mentor have been used up really a lot. Let's use the mentor's other kids. Okay.
Uh, the other things from this episode is we find out that the Igarashi character from the Benkei episode, so way back,
Yeah, I was really happy.
yeah, he didn't actually die. We all assumed that he died, but apparently
Yeah,
no.
but yeah, my whole thing was like, I wanted him to die to become the icon. And now that I saw him alive, I was like, he's alive? Character development.
The sad part is that he's been gone for so long. I didn't realize that was him until the end of the episode when they
Oh, it
reminded us
took
of
me
who
a
he was.
while. Like the second he said, hey, what's your name? I was like, oh, it's him.
See, when he said that, I was just like, okay, so this person obviously knows who Canon is, but it still didn't register to me that oh yeah, that's that guy until they actually showed the flashback. It's like, oh yeah, it's that guy. I
Yeah,
completely
and
forgot about him because they never did anything like show Takaru visiting him in the hospital or anything like that. They just
well, that's because Takeru's a ghost.
true, but they just kind of made us assume that he died, unless there was a throwaway line and
There was like a thing where Takeru told Onari, go take him outside and get some help or something like that, but it was really, really, really minor. Because I think I mentioned that back when we did that episode.
yeah, and I don't remember if there was any throwaway lines in any of the earlier episodes where they just like mentioned him being in the hospital or
I
not.
don't remember any.
So, yeah, they made us think he was dead pretty much, or
Yeah, basically.
made it feel like he was. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, he's not. So we're finally gonna get some answers, hopefully.
Yeah, and then Takeru is stupid and doesn't understand shit.
And my last note for this episode is we have a new Ganma general, Gyro, played by one of the suit actors from,
Played by the suit actor who's played just about every single goddamn Kamen Rider.
and probably done a few Sentai roles, no doubt.
I'm not gonna lie, I really want him to start fighting like different Kamen Riders. Like as throwbacks, I want to see him fighting in each one of the different Kamen Rider fighting styles.
That would be interesting.
Like when he goes to do the five thing, he like gets into the pose and does the weird wrist flick thing.
That would be pretty awesome.
Because I saw this really awesome Photoshop picture. I'll have to find it and send it to you. Or it's him doing that badass walk up thing, and they basically surrounded him with the other with all the riders he was in like
Nice.
the Bazy see through transparent thing.
Nice.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's amazing.
And apparently this guy's power is time reversal, considering he caught them in the middle of all three of them in the middle of a rider kick and then made them
Which is
rewind.
really awkwardly timed. Because there's a video game coming out where a person can reverse time. Kind of, sort of, in a way.
So yeah, that's pretty much the status of Ghost right now. We have a new general with time shifting powers. We're finally going to learn some answers, and people are being turned into children.
I kind of feel like maybe the time shift power is going to have to play into the kids being kids thing
Maybe, we'll
somehow.
see. Although now I'm
Like
kind of wondering, where has Javert gotten himself to?
on a boat. I don't know enough of Les Mis to say.
I don't know. Just a
He's,
random thought. I was
he's
like, where's
off
that guy run off
making
to?
yeah, he's off making very awkward comments to Anne Hathaway.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for Ghost at this point. I don't know if there's anything else we can bring up.
Like I said, Takaru's a fucking idiot because he thinks his dad's still alive. After he got his upgrade form
From
from his dad's ghost, in one of the movies, he went back in time and saw his dad die. He still thinks his dad's alive.
Yeah, wasn't that the Drive Ghost crossover movie that we're still waiting for subs on?
Yep, that somehow got a figure art before Kiva.
Everything's gonna have a figure art before Kiva, let's be honest.
What's Ichigo's out of suit name?
Takashi Hongo.
He got a figure art. He's getting a figure art.
Of course, because it's the anniversary thing.
Literally, I think I posted on Facebook, and it's like, yay, now we just gotta wait 50 years for Gaim. I will pay premium prices for Gaim.
To have an actual,
Baron? Yeah, hell yeah.
no, I was trying to remember their, character names that's completely slipping out of
Oh, Kaito,
Kaito and
Oda, Michi. Or no,
yeah,
no. Kaito, Koda,
yeah,
Face.
Koda. That's what I was waiting for. It's like
Yeah.
an out of
The four main writers: Kaido, Koda, Takatora, Dickface.
Oh, come on, man. He redeemed himself.
Yeah, and then he dressed up like a woman and made me question my life. And I think I mentioned that last week.
Yeah, you mentioned
And
that
I
on.
said, all this time, Michi finally realized he was my.
Yeah, and I think there were some awkward boner jokes in there too, but
Yeah, because there was
we're
like a
conf-
thing where the actor that plays Takaru was also dressed up like a female, and it looked very believable, and I was like, I know that face. This is a Kamen Rider page. I know that face. Oh.
It's kind of actually hilariously relevant that we're having this small off discussion, considering tonight when I was doing a family movie night, we were watching Mrs. Doubtfire.
That's a good movie. That's a good movie.
Yeah, that's a fun time. So yeah, let's move on to the Zyuoghers, shall we?
Yay, animals.
Yes, in episode 13 we have a weird love triangle episode thing, which kind of hurt.
Reasons.
Yeah, because Leo's just goofing off, hitting on all the cute chicks, and then they find one who may know something about the bird guy. And of course, he falls for her, but then it seems like she's got a thing for Yamato, and it's just like, yikes, this one hurts.
What's the bird Zuman's name again?
I believe it's still unknown. They haven't said.
Okay, I'm gonna call him Harvey.
Harvey Birdman,
Yes.
attorney at law.
Yes. And the old cartoons of actually Birdman.
Uh,
Oh, childhood.
yeah, so this episode pretty much just focuses around Leo's weird whatever.
Leo's awkward cat boner.
Yes, that, and then them trying to get up to the mountain where the Birdman is, but of course, there's a Death Galleon hanging out trying to do something. And traps abound.
Yeah.
It's like, man, you guys had a lot of time to set up traps in those woods.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's the age of technology. No one goes camping anymore. Hell, I'm an assistant scoutmaster of a Boy Scout troop, and we very rarely go camping anymore.
Wow.
We actually just had the two scouts make eagle, actually. That's what I was doing earlier today.
Nice. But yeah, so that was pretty much the plot of that episode for the most part. I really don't have much for notes for this one. The only thing really of noteworthy is there was a big old rock on top of the mountain that looked like an axe, and oh, wouldn't you know it, it actually was. It's the bear.
Yep.
Because that was just sitting there for who knows how long.
I mean, Tokuger, Fire Russia.
Yeah, I know, right? Max just seem to get left everywhere in this world, I swear.
I mean, every series has a mech that's just there.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Ninja Storm. One of the mechs was a goddamn roller coaster.
Yeah, I'll never understand how that worked.
I never understood what happened to the people. Because the roller coaster has a cart moving on it in the cutscenes.
I've never noticed the cart doing that. The only instance of Where's the People I always think of it would be like with the Dolphin because that was a cruise ship, or the Eagle because that was an airplane. Or I guess it would have been a Hawk.
That or like, how do the people in Wild Force get off the Animarium? Seeing
Or
as we've
that.
never seen a teleportation power.
How do they get up there and how do they get down? Yeah.
I really hope they don't just walk up the Rainbow Bridge. Because that's a long walk, seeing as it takes like a good full minute or two for the giant animals that have like a pace of like 1,000 feet.
Yeah, I know, right? But yeah, so really, it was an alright episode, kind of painful in some ways because it was kind of cliche, but at the same time, it wasn't too bad.
I mean, it's not the worst joke they could make with a animal themed weapon. I mean, the mole that drills makes sense. The giraffe bazooka, it has a long neck, so of course it's going to be some sort of gun. The bear as an axe, a bear's in the woods. What do you do? What do people do in the woods? They cut trees.
Yeah, and I'm sure we'll have some more fitting things for the future weapons because I know we still have the Batarang coming up, and I forget
Yeah,
what
the
else.
batarang. The only one that technically doesn't make sense.
You
Because
can
it's
blame
like,
it on Batman.
right, because it's like, it's a bird, it's a giraffe. Make it a gun because we've already had it be a melee weapon.
Yeah, last time there was a giraffe was a spear.
Yeah. Oh, look, it's a mole. It's a technically not a star-nosed mole. What do moles do? They dig.
So make it a drill.
Yeah, I was thinking star-nosed because of the episode 1 of Amazons.
I think technically that's the first mole Zord we've had in Sentai, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I believe you're right because it was an armadillo in CastRanger.
Yeah, that was an armadillo, and I can't really think of anything else that was in that family that's been a Zord of any kind in any other Sentai.
Not that I can think of, unless it was like one of those auxiliary Zords that never existed from CastRanger. The Zebra Zord or the Peacock Zord. And I can't think of any others from that scene in Wild Force.
All the Zords that could have been things but never were because that toy line was bloated enough already.
Well, I mean, if it was made now, yeah, we'd totally get all those Zords. I mean, we got Dinosuchus, technically the motorcycle, because the motorcycle's the battery. We're getting like almost all of these Zudenchi as Zords.
Which is cool, although it's definitely inflating the toy line.
Well, yeah, when there's like barely a toy line. Because they
It's-
have to rival the array of legacy items,
yeah.
like the soon-to-be coming out Legacy Red Ranger helmet.
Or the Ninja Megazord.
Yeah, my guess is they're going to do red, green, and white.
Of course, because they're the three icons of the
Yep,
franchise.
yep. And I highly doubt they'll do any of the other Rangers, which is why I was surprised they did the blue and pink movie morpher.
Well, if that's any indication, maybe they will do the other ones. It just may take a while for them to do.
I'm still waiting for my black movie morpher.
Yeah, that would be cool.
The only one I'd get until Wild Force Legacy comes out in like 20 years.
Oh gosh, yeah, we're
When,
gonna be...
when we get the Legacy in space, or the Legacy fucking Alien Ranger morpher.
You mean the Morpher that didn't actually exist because they didn't
Yeah,
use any in that show?
morpher that's actually coming out in like a month in Japan with a little Ninjor figure and a little vase for him to hide in and all that.
Yeah, that's a nice
But
touch.
yeah.
And moving on with our Zyuogher stuff, for our last episode of discussion, episode 14, which again was sort of a cliche episode, but pretty well done, I feel.
But I mean, it's still early on. We're allowed to have cliche episodes early on.
Yeah, that's
It's just
true, and
still the point of we don't have the cool, badass looking sixth ranger, and we're too early to get into mid game or even end game. Let's throw cliche in there, which
yeah,
surprised me considering how late Ghost is that we're getting the people are turning young episode. I was expecting that to be a Zyuogher thing.
yeah, that's kind of an odd switcheroo, but at least with Zyuogher, I feel like the cliches, while yes, they are still cliche episodes, you can't deny that at all. They're doing them well enough that it's you can't really complain too much.
Right.
Admittedly, it does make it a little bit tricky to talk about them, but at the same time, there's always something. Like, we have a monster who's a total idiot.
Like always.
Well, not like always, but this one in particular is kind of stupid.
Yeah. I mean, it could have been worse. It could have been. I really feel like Toei pays attention to its American audience when it makes the shows.
And they just don't say anything about it.
Because, the motorcycle Ganma. Or not Ganma, monster. From,
Uh,
from a while back. Because MMPR Toys was complaining about a guy who had a motorcycle and always revved the damn thing. And I complain about a guy with a motorcycle who always revs the damn thing.
yeah.
That and like a lot of our guesses are like very scarily accurate.
Well, it's either Toei is actually listening to us in secret, or they're
Or we
being.
all gotta play the lottery like now.
Well, it's either they're being secretively paying attention to us and just not saying anything, or it's at the point where a lot of us have seen so much Toku that we can see the plot lines coming from miles away, and so
Yeah, but I mean like
predictability factors are kind of high sometimes.
I've never watched Toku really until Drive, and I called that Chase was going to sacrifice himself to save either Go or Kiriko. I preferably wanted him to save Kiriko, but I went with Go anyways.
And oh, look, it actually happened.
Yeah, and I was like, damn, I wish I didn't say that now.
Uh, but yeah, this one was an interesting one. It's basically Amu meets a brother and sister who, of course, one of them happens to be in the hospital and the other's trying to help get the money for an operation, and Monster gives him an opportunity, and he chickens out at last second.
I feel like that's just a trope in every movie, in everything.
Yeah, it is pretty overplayed.
Cause, Flash, there's a bomb in your sister's head. Help me, and I'll save her.
Oh yeah, that weird.
More or less, it's like, yeah, okay,
Oh yeah, the weird nano bomb thing.
yeah, that was taken out by the Harrison Wells. I'm gonna murder a mutant gun. Each season,
Multifunctional.
that gun gets used to murder a metahuman.
Murder or save, it depends. It's multifunctional.
Yeah,
But yeah, I think definitely the highlight for this is just seeing Amu get pissed as hell and just go crazy on the monster.
yeah, it's really nice seeing the quote unquote cute and cuddly adorable characters get really pissed. Like
Yeah.
the Tokuger Gaim crossover when Pink beats the shit out of Gaim because he's in her spot.
Oh yeah, and the superhero time thing.
Yeah, I was like, that's funny.
Yeah.
Or whenever White was Ninja's brother or sister, right?
Oh yeah, Fuka.
Whenever she would beat the shit out of Red for, I don't remember his name because I couldn't care.
uh, doesn't matter anyway.
It doesn't matter for another 3 months.
Yeah, because eventually we're gonna have to deal with the Zyuogher and Ninja crossover.
Which I will be happy with because Zyuogher.
It's gonna be the Zyuoghers are going to be carrying the Ninjas, and that's the only way that's going to be any good.
I feel like one of the reasons Ninja did bad was because of the toy line,
Oh, definitely. They didn't support
which
it.
I feel is going to happen with Zyuogher too, because it's not a gimmick-heavy toy line.
It's a
Like
mech
even
heavy toy line though. So there's
not,
that.
yeah, but not really though.
Well, they've got
Uh,
9 cubes out, and they're still got more coming with the extra auxiliaries, and then
right.
Zoo of
I
the
mean, like
Worlds.
counting like the like mechs and not the quote unquote auxiliary weapon mechs. You only have like five.
Technically 6, because the gorilla.
Well, no, I'm counting.
Oh, you're talking like
Zoo,
full formations?
yeah, Zuo King, Gorilla King, Rhinosaurus Rex, Zuo Whale, whatever the final form thing's gonna be, and then the auxiliary swords that are basically just weapons.
It's
Which I
still
feel like the bat's gonna be the last one.
it's still a pretty big toy line though, at least in terms of max. But
Well, yeah, in
yeah,
terms of mechs, because they don't have like anything really candy toy wise
well they don't
or
really.
like Gashapon wise. Like Kyoryuger did, it had the battery, so it
Well, yeah,
could have only like 10 mechas total.
well, yeah, but then again, also the thing with Kyoryuger is the batteries were small enough that you could actually stick them in Gashapons or
Right,
candy
which,
toys, and then same with Tokuger and the trains.
yeah, and technically Ninja and the Ninja Stars, but they never did that.
I don't think you could honestly fit one of the Ninja Stars in a Gashapon.
I think there might have been like one or two, but
Like
I'm
if
not positive on that.
like if they did that, I don't know remember seeing anything about it because I feel like you could put the core of the thing in a Gashapon, but to
I
put the
think it might have
star
been
rim.
like a not a Gashapon but candy toy thing.
See that I could believe. You could fit the core in a candy toy and then the other piece of it, the shuriken part in the back of it or something, but
Yeah, or like all together, kind of like a lock seat or something. Yeah,
that I don't know.
make the boxes like a little wider. But yeah, because Ninja didn't have really a gimmick. It was like, well, I mean, it had a gimmick, but it didn't have like a sellable gimmick because all their attacks was the one shuriken.
Pretty much, yeah.
Their morpher, the morph shuriken, their element shuriken, the combiner shuriken.
Yeah, they honestly didn't use the other shurikens that much, which I think that's what hindered it most of all was the fact that they had all these other toys, but they weren't showing them much on screen, so they weren't selling them as well.
Yep.
With Zyuogher, they're actually doing a pretty good job of keeping everything that they've got so far on screen.
Yeah.
I think the only thing that kind of maybe would potentially hurt the Zyuogher toy line is the fact that something we've talked about before is that the team doesn't all have individual weapons, so their roleplay collection's kind of low at this point, but
I
then
mean, Ninja had the same thing too,
that's
because it only
true.
had the sword, the two swords, and the weird bow claw
Thing.
thing.
Yeah. Yeah, but at least with like the ninja though, the shurikens all would interact with their roleplay weapons, whereas with Zyuogher you don't really have anything that interacts with anything else.
Right, except
Much
I
like it was much like a Go Buster situation where you had the morphers, you had the weapons, and then that's about it.
yeah, I think because from what I saw at one of these scans of the whale gun might work with the gun sword thing.
Oh, with the Buster.
Because I think I saw like one of those tracks like the cubes have on the bottom of the whale gun.
Well, that'd be interesting to see if they can do something together, but
But yeah, I will agree. The fact that these zoogers don't have their own weapons and that the quote unquote instincts awaken thing is their weapons really hinders it because that just promotes vinyl figures, not actual figures. Since they don't have actual figures and they're probably not going to make. They might make blow up like bop 'em soccer things of the weapons, of like the hands.
yeah, I could see them doing that, but I
Seeing
just
as
mean like there's like no real role play thing going on with the weapons or morphers or anything like that. There's nothing for them to interact with per se.
right, because it's not like the Gon saber kind of thing where you can wave it over your belt or over the angle of your Mega U loader and activate the final attack noise.
Yeah.
Because there's a magnet there.
The
Because of
power of
the
magnetism.
Yep. Which is
I don't know.
why which is why most lock seeds can activate the wizard stuff.
Yeah, but I think honestly, the main thing of toy lines is you have to have support for them inside of the show. As long as they're on screen reminding you, hey, these exist, then it'll help. Because that's one thing that Ninja did not do very well. Was like it introduced new mechs a bunch, but then after a while, it stopped using them completely.
Yeah, because Shinobi Maru was depressed because he was in the background. Even though Shinobi Maru shouldn't give a shit because Shinobi Maru is part of the main mecha.
Yeah, but it's just like, hey, here's three auxiliary mechs, and they're gonna fuck off for till the end of the show, pretty much, because we have this one single formation that we use from now on.
Yep.
But
Which is
yeah,
which is why I really want Necrom to get an upgrading in Ghost.
not
Because at
gonna
the
happen.
moment, he's fucked.
I'm calling it. It's not gonna happen.
I know. But could you imagine it, Grandma Fumi Damashi? It's just a ball of
Oh,
takoyaki for the face.
jeez.
I'm a horrible person.
Yeah, that's something we didn't even mention was Necrom actually used Grim Damashi in the last episode
And
for all of like
Spectre
five
used
minutes.
Nobunaga, and then Ghost took the spotlight of going grateful and fucked them over.
Yep, he pretty much pulled a Kabuto with that one. It's like, hey, I need the icons, guys. It's like, okay.
Like, he didn't even ask them. He's just like, hey, let's murder this fuck. Boom, grateful.
And then they got time reversed.
Yeah, I really kind of hope that the time reverse would revert them back to their other forms.
Maybe he just didn't wind back far enough, but
Yeah, that or I just wanted, like, Necrom or Spectre to give Takeru, like, the, what the fuck, dude, I was using that look. Like, what the fuck, man? I was using that!
but yeah, so that was our talks on Zyuogher. So still, so far, our show's still being pretty solid. Although, even though we are running into some cliche tropes and whatnot, but still solid overall. So can't complain too bad.
Yeah, that's good.
Yep. And next time should hopefully still be interesting. The preview looked very goofy. It looked like you had all of them grasping onto each other, hanging from the egg risers. Like, what the heck?
Well, I mean, it is a whip.
True, and we're having people turned into dolls apparently. That seems
Like, dolls or, like, vinyl figure dolls, because they've
like
done that
doll,
joke.
like plush dolls.
Okay, I was gonna say they'd done the vinyl figure doll thing last season, and that was annoying but kind of funny.
Oh yeah, Takaru, the one vinyl. That was
Yeah,
so weird, but no, it looks like they're turning into little plush dolls. That sniper guy's going to have his turn.
that's good. I mean, best thing we can say is if the Rangers are Ranger formed and they get turned into plush dolls, maybe we'll get plushies. I'm not gonna lie, I would totally love Zyuogher plushies.
They would be so adorable.
Like the ones you can get at FYE where they're like super deformed, sort of. With like
Yeah.
huge ass heads and the little bodies.
Oh gosh, can you imagine plushies like that for the Zoomins in their Zoomin form?
I thought about something even better than that. I don't remember the name of them, but there were these like stuffed animals you could turn inside out, and it would be
Uh,
like another thing.
I have no idea what you're referring to.
They were like, I don't. It might not have been like a regular stuffed animal, but more or less it was like a stuffed animal with like a Velcro seam on its back,
Yeah.
and then you open that seam and essentially you turned them inside out, and it would be a different animal.
Interesting.
I could see that being done with like the Rangers or something where you can have them as like their unmorphed form and maybe their hand has like a little cube on it
Aw, that would be so adorable.
and then you could turn it inside out and it would be the Ranger.
That would be adorable.
I know. Because I know the ones for Bleach, they hold little swords.
Of course
They're
they
not like
do.
the turn inside out, but like they're the little figure ones.
Of course they do. But yeah, so Zoologier's still solid, so
Yeah, and I've seen some recent spy shots of Zuo the World.
yeah, I think some new scans came out too, showing him off a little bit more. He looks very interesting with the triple color down the center of his chest.
And his gloves are the reverse of the His gloves and boots are the reverse of the Zoogers.
Because of course they are.
because Reverse Flash. I am the bad guy. So my colors are the exact opposite of yours, except not.
Well, it's just kind of been a thing for Six Rangers nowadays.
Yeah,
I mean, I believe that was the same situation with Rokugo and Tokyuger. His gauntlets were black as opposed to white like the others.
and his chest was different too.
Yeah, and then of course a very famous example would be Eric, aka the Quantum Ranger in Timefire. His gauntlets were black, whereas the others were gray.
Yeah, or
And his chest center had black on it, as opposed to white.
yeah, that's true. Which really begs to differ. Man, are the Time Force Rangers that stupid they thought Quantum was red? Hey, is
uh,
that Wes? Yeah, I think it is. That's black, not white. Are you blind?
well, they were kind of at a distance, so
Yeah, but I mean, even at a distance, you should be able to see a white dot compared to a black dot.
true, but who knows? I believe there was a little bit of a smoky scene when they were looking at him, so.
True, true, and it's back in the old VHS days.
Yeah, back when you could tell which one is obviously the Sentai footage and which one's actually the American
America.
footage. You could play the old game of just pointing out Sentai footage, American footage, Sentai footage, American footage.
I do that so much with Dino Charge.
Yeah, especially when you've actually seen Kyoryuger, so you can.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah, it's more fun to play nowadays, considering all the footage is HD.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more fun to try and play American footage, Sentai footage.
Yep. I'm just wondering what they're gonna do for the quote-unquote exclusive toy for the next Toys R Us Dino Charge character pack, where they do like a few characters and then it'll come with like an exclusive weapon thing. I think the very first one was the Gunzuka thing, the sword gun combination.
Oh yeah,
And then the next one was the Kentaro Spiker.
Kentaro Spiker.
And then the one after that was the Carnival combo gun.
Oh yeah, you shove the gun up Mini
Yeah.
Rexy's ass, basically.
Yeah, the weirdest rim job ever. I mean, the gun is a dinosaur mouth
Yeah, I know. It's I just never thought of it like that before.
that shoots bullets out of its nose and has two throats.
Or one, if you're talking about the American one, of
Well,
course.
yeah, because the American one sucks.
Yep.
But because I'm wondering, because there isn't really any more exclusive weapons in Kyoryuger.
No, there aren't. They've pretty
Because
much
the only
run
other
their.
quote-unquote exclusive weapon I could think of would be for Spino
Oh,
and
the flute boomerang.
the Fluterang. But if anything, I feel like they would give that to the figure itself, like they did with Silver.
Yeah, I don't know. We're still
Unless
waiting.
unless they do a horrible thing and give Silver or give Navy the gun and sword, and then make that part of like the combo pack, which would suck.
I don't know. All I know is we're still waiting to see them actually pull Navy out, because even though the Spinozord's in the toy line, we still have to wait to see if they'll actually use it.
I mean, with the few images we saw, I think they will,
Probably.
because we've seen the Spino cockpit.
Yeah, so just a matter of time to see if when it will appear and
Yep.
if Dino Charge can fix itself, because we've already done 2 episodes yammering about that show and those problems.
Yeah, and it doesn't help that it's not going to come back for a really long time, so that bad taste is going to be left in our mouth
Yeah. When is it coming back, do you know?
in like August,
So it'll
like
be.
a few months before quote unquote the next season would start, air quote kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll just be glad to be done with talking about that show because, as I said, we've had our fair share of complaining about it. I mean, there's
yeah.
good, but there's a lot more bad to it when you really look at it.
I will say I did see something this week that made me really happy, but also really sad in the long run.
What?
I saw Ivan's actor and Tyler's actor
Oh, I know what you're talking about. They were wearing their
where
Sentai counterpart
their
costumes.
civilian suits, and I was like, Could this happen at least like even for like one scene, please? It just needs to be one scene, and I'll be happy.
If they have enough episodes to run through it, they could do that for a Halloween episode. Another, like, do another one where they're wearing those costumes. It's like, where'd you get those suits? I saw them on this show. Thought they were really cool.
I mean, Ivan looked very, very, very legit in the Uchi outfit.
I
I was
know
like,
he looked awesome in that.
when
It's
I
like,
first saw it, it didn't
yes.
click in my head that that's not his outfit. I was just like, oh look, there's gold. Scrolled, but I was like, oh look, there's gold. I'll scrolled by it. Wait, like I was like a good like hour later. I was like, wait, scrolled back. Oh, that's awesome.
The realization hits.
The realization hits you in the face with a baseball bat. Oh.
Yeah, if they actually do something with that, I would love to see them do that because that would be amazing. Just if they have enough episodes to make it to another Halloween episode, just have them wear that and just do it as a throwaway line.
Or like have that be like something they'd wear for like the last episode when they all quote unquote lose their powers or something like that because they have to MacGuffin them so they're not able to show up in the next season.
Yeah, or whatever they plan to do with it.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, your powers to the Energems has been broken. The Energems are safe. I will go and take them back to ET and have them phone home. And then the Energems will be gone. Dino Chargers will be null and void, and they'll all be like, okay, time to go out on our ways. But what would really help? If we had outfits to remind us of these days. Hey, yeah, it's perfect, guys, because I was just at the store the other day, and I got us all Technicolor outfits for each one of us.
I feel like that would be a little bit of a ham-fisted way to do it. I think if they wanted to make it natural feeling, you'd have to do it as a Halloween episode or something.
I want to see the others wear their outfits.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Especially Chase. I want to see Chase.
Oh yeah, Chase in the black leather.
Yes, because he's already a decent guy, like actor-wise. I want to see him in the black.
Oh, that would be awesome. I'm pretty sure I know what most of the fan base probably would want to see though.
Yeah, so do I.
Kendall in Yaoi's outfit, cause that skirt.
That wasn't the female character I was going with, but yeah, that's yeah.
I'm assuming you're probably thinking of
Yeah.
crap. What's her name in
Yep.
Amy's outfit?
Yep.
That would be interesting to see
I was
because
the character that got the most leg shots in the damn show, which was really awkward. The most confusing show in the world. You always saw 5 shots of the Pink Ranger, and half of the show was shirtless Red Ranger. Who was the show for?
actually, I don't remember him being shirtless all that much. I don't remember him.
He was shirtless a lot for Carnival.
I do remember he rips his shirt off in the episode where he does Carnival, and that's like very obviously a fan servicey shot. But I don't remember him doing it.
So weird because he was like unnaturally oiled and everything. It was weird. He looked like a WWE wrestler that was like a skinny Asian child.
Funny you mentioned WWE, considering the night that we're recording this, the Extreme Rules pay-per-view is going on.
Oh, cool.
I probably would actually be watching that if we weren't recording, but this is more important. I can watch it on the rerun later. Anyway. But yeah, so I think that's about it for us tonight, because I don't really know what else to talk about.
I've got really nothing.
So yeah, bit of a shorter one, but that's okay. The shorter's always nice sometimes.
I mean, I feel like this is still going to be like an hour long.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at the timer right now. We're at about an hour and 8 minutes, so.
Oh, that's not bad.
So yeah, thank you for listening, and tune in next week for whatever it is we have planned, because I think we have something on the schedule.
We have one thing at least, maybe 2.
Yeah, so. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching, listening. Well, I guess watching if you're on the YouTube version, listening for audio, but yeah, so thank you, and see you guys next time.